Hello everybody, this is Old Soldier. Today's episode we are going to talk about the Teva Flintwood Sandal and my experiences with owning a pair and using them for a year. Let's get into it. I bought this pair about a year ago for about $70 because both my previous pair of Teva sandals and my Keen water shoes had worn to the point where they might fail me. I was going out of state on a beach vacation and did not want to be left without foot protection while on vacation at the beach. This is my first pair of Teva Flintwood models. Full disclosure, while I have had these for about a calendar year, I live in an area where we have change of seasons and cold temperatures with snow. So during this past year, this pair has seen approximately 4.5 months of almost daily use with occasional use during the remainder of the time period. You can see that although they are dirty and they have some wear, they have not torn, they have not ripped, they have not dry rotted, and they have not punctured. And primarily what I use sandals for is, well, I use them for a lot of things, but one of the main things I use them for is fishing, and I wade while I fish. And what has happened to my previous pair of Tevas and both the Keen water shoes is that they dry rot after being wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. This hasn't happened yet. For those of you who watch the channel know that I enjoy fishing, and summer months I do it quite a bit, and these saw a lot of use last season and have already started a little bit this year. So far, so good on being resistant to dry rot. So I like to read reviews on the gear before I buy it, other people's reviews. One of the things that came up is the back strap had ripped. Several people had commented that. As you can see on both of these pairs, I have not had that. And that is a stress point when slipping these sandals on and off. For a sandal, these really do have, for me anyway, adequate arch support. As you can see, the tread on these have hung in there pretty well. I get enough of a grip. They haven't worn down a lot excessively. And eventually, if they're worn a lot, they will wear down. But so far, so good. And they do provide good traction for me on a variety of surfaces. I also found that these were comfortable to wear in the beach, and that I didn't have an issue on my feet with the issue of sand getting wedged in between there too much, between my feet and the sandal, and making it uncomfortable. Walked a lot in wet sand, dry sand, wet, and getting dry sand on them. And yeah, they were pretty comfortable. And I wore them in the ocean a great deal, and they stayed on my feet, even in some pretty good surf. The reason why they stay on your feet pretty well is, number one, the tensioning with the keeper. That works pretty well. It's adjustable. You can adjust the tension for comfort. You can loosen it up if you are in a very sandy environment and you don't want to wear holes in your feet. And then the strap. And these both work, I think, amazingly well. These are a very comfortable sandal. Are they as comfortable as my Keen water shoes? I would have to say that the Keen water shoes, to me, are very slightly more comfortable. But it is a very slight difference. These are very comfortable. I've never had these be uncomfortable on my feet. One thing I will say is these went for about $70, and the last time I checked Keen water shoes, they were in the $120 to $130 range, so there is a significant price difference. Now, of all the things you're going to scrimp on, do not scrimp on footwear. And, if comfort is your thing, hey, go for the Keen water shoes. But like I said, these are very comfortable, and maybe just very, very slightly less comfortable, in my opinion, than the Keen water shoes. The venting and the lightweight mesh material in the construction on the top of the foot ensure that there's enough air circulation to keep the feet cool. Overall, these are a nice compromise between lightweight, comfort, and foot protection. In my opinion, these things are a great bargain and are a good piece of gear. I highly recommend them, and for the price point, they're excellent. As a matter of fact, I think these are the best in class for their price point. Anyway, that is my review, 1 year in, of the Teva Flintwood Sandal. This is Old Soldier out.